Land up here. Just put that there for a bit. When you're around the waterways, it's a good idea to look around the edges, because what you can get is good information on what's growing upstream, because the trees that hang over the water dump their fruit and their berries and their leaves, and by looking at them as they come floating past, you can get a real good idea of what's available. These white berries that are coming down at the moment, they're a thing called syzygium, and they're bush tucker. Somewhere upstream, there's got to be the parent tree. Let's go and see if we can find him. This is the tree, syzygium. It had to be here. It had to be beside the water, otherwise we wouldn't be finding the fruit downstream. Here they are, all over the ground, these little white fellas. You can eat them. Quite edible, nice tang to them. Fish eat them as well. In fact, I'll tell you a bit of a secret. This is what I use for bait on that line I put in the water down the way there. But I've got a better use for them than that. I'll collect a few up and take them back. When the sun comes out, the temperature can reach the mid-40s. The whole area, because it's so saturated with water, turns into a real steam bath. Even just walking can sap your energy. The sweat pours off you. Look at this little fella here. All those tassels hanging down like that. This belongs to one of the groups which has got a common name called Polynesian arrowroot. And underneath the ground here, you can get a bulb that you can cook up. But on the top, it's got this little seed pod, all the seeds in it you can eat. Can't eat the bulb like this though, because he's a bit poisonous. You've got to treat him up. He won't be ready for picking for about another month yet. And then you bake him up and boil him up, then you can eat him. But in the meantime, you can eat these fellas here. I'm going to take some back to the camp. With all this water around the place, it's surprising that a lack of it could be a problem. The body in this heat can lose up to 4 litres a day through perspiration, and it has to be replaced or you're in trouble. The best water to drink is the fresh, clear stuff that at this time of the year literally falls from the sky. Up here you get a tremendous view of the whole countryside, and right now you can see the wet season right in action, because this bank up, this build-up of cloud has been coming all day, and now at 4 o'clock in the afternoon it's about to dump down. What happens is that the cloud formations and the storms and the rain build up in columns, So over there we'll have a dumping of rain, and maybe another one over there, and one over there. I think any second we're about to have one here too. And that's what it's like late in the afternoon. But it's great because it's a relief for the whole day. Throughout the day, the mugginess and the heat and the stickiness gets a bit unbearable. But afternoon, this is what happens. And it makes the whole thing worthwhile. Tremendous stuff. Some years the rains will saturate the whole of the top end of Australia, but often it's spasmodic and whole areas will get no relief at all, not a drop, and it remains almost as dry as the desert. Instead of rain out there, you'd be seeing the smoke from bushfires. This year though, the rains have done their job around these parts. This is an example of one of those bush tuckers that have got a couple of uses. And that makes him pretty special, particularly in this part of the world, because not only can you eat these grapes, and they're absolutely delightful, just like a muscatel. In fact, they're called the native grape. But secondly, you can use them as a bush medicine, because down underneath the ground, you've got the root system. Stuck me too. And that root system has got a sap in it. That sap was used by Aboriginal people as a cure for death out of bites. I don't know whether it worked or not, and I'm not about to find out. But I reckon it worked, and that's good enough for me. Take these with me. They're beaut. So, if you're prepared to work for it, you can get a varied diet in the bush. High energy and protein. Turns out I didn't get a perch in the end, ended up with a little bream. That's all right. Just as good, I reckon. Righto. Let's see what we're going to do here. Put that over there. Let's get that bit of grass out of there. And here we've got those syzygiums I picked up off that tree. Pretty good looking ones too. What I'm going to do, squash them up a bit, if I can hold on to them, like this. Put them in this thing here. Then I'm going to add some hot water. I'm putting hot water in so it'll exude the taste out of the berries, the fruit here. It's got quite a soury, lemony type taste. And I think in that hot water, what it does is turns it into a bit of a hot lemon drink. Just squash it up a bit there. Pour him in. There we go. I can even smell it up here. It's drifting right up. I'll put that mug down there. Now I want to strain that out, so I'll put this grass across the top. That's going to be a strainer. I'll just pour in through like this. There we go. Put that over there. We'll try them out. Beaut. That's not too bad, but you wouldn't want to be chasing up bush tucker out in the bush all the time. It takes you all day to find it. See, the problem is that only some of the tuckers are in season some of the time, and even when you find them on a bush, there's only one or two berries or maybe half a dozen. So you'd spend all your day